Hi guys, today we are going to discuss Cambridge Primary Checkpoints Science Paper 2 with the paper code 0846/02. It's October 2020. The duration is 45 minutes. First, let's scroll all over questions, so you may take a screenshot and pause this video for a while for practice. So this is question 1. A. And here we go, question 1B. And move to question 2A. And then 2B and C. 2B and C. Next we move to question 3A, B. And then question 4. Next is question 5A. And this is 5B. Zoom out. You may take a screenshot of the whole page. This is 5B. Next we move to 5C and 5D. Then this is question 6A and B and C, 6C, 6A, B and C. Next is question 7A and B, and then this is question 8A and B. Alright, and this is 8C, A, B and C. This is the table for question 8, and let's move on to question 9. This is question 9. This is the question 9, and then followed by question number 10 and 11. And this is question 12A and B, and also C, 12A, B, C. Next is question 13A, B, and 13A, B, and also question 13C. Next, 13D. And then this is question 14. And we move on to question 15A and B. And then followed by question 16A, 16B, and then questions 17A and 17A, and then this is question 17B. And next is done. That is the last question. Now let's start from question number 1. It's question number 1. We zoom in. Right, this is question number 1. The picture shows a plant. Complete the 4 labels on the diagram. Well, this question is quite easy, isn't it? This will be the flower, and this will be the stem, and this is the leaves, and this will be roots. So let's type that down in the answer slot. Here we go. Flower, stem, leaf, and roots. Alright, let's move on to the next question. Question B. Complete the sentence. Water is taken in through the blank and transported to the blank. So water is taken in through the roots and transported through the stem. So water is taken in through the roots, water from the ground, and then transported through the stem up to the leaves. So let's type that down. So this will be our answer. Water is taken into the roots and transported through the stem up the way to the leaf. Alright, let's move on. Question 2. The table shows information about two substances. Substance salt, sugar. Property: does it dissolve in water? Does it dissolve in ethanol? Substance salt, does it dissolve in water? Yes. Does it dissolve in ethanol? No. In sugar, the property of sugar, does it dissolve in water? Yes. And does it dissolve in ethanol? Yes. So Blasi wants to separate a mixture of salt and sugar. She tries to use a magnet to separate the substances. This does not work. Explain why using a magnet does not work. Well, salt and sugar, both of them are not attracted to a magnet. That's why it doesn't work. So this is our answer. Both salt and sugar are not attracted to a magnet. So let's move on. Question B. Blasi adds water to some of the mixture. Blasi adds water to some of the mixture. She stirs the mixture and then filters it. Explain why this does not separate the mixture of salt and sugar. From the table we see that salt and sugar, both of them dissolve in water. So this method does not separate the mixture of salt and sugar. So that's our answer. Both sugar and salt are dissolved in water. Question C. Blasi separates the remaining mixture of salt and sugar. Describe what she does. From the table we see that salt does not dissolve in ethanol while sugar dissolve in ethanol. So we can use ethanol. So we can answer she adds ethanol to the mixture and stirs it, then filters it with filter paper. Next. Question 3. Question 3. Carlos investigates forces. Question A. Which apparatus does he use to measure force? Well, the answer for this will be force meter. Let's type that down. So it's force meter. Question B. He writes his results in a table. Type of force: pull, push, twist. Force 4.8, 6.1, 5.3. Carlos has not put the unit for force in the table. What is the unit for force? The unit for force is Newton. So this will be our answer, Newton. Question 4. Hassan has smart glass in his windows. You can switch the smart glass on and off. Smart glass, switch on, and smart glass, switch off. Here it is. Describe what happens to the smart glass in the two pictures. When the smart glass is switched on, Hassan can see through it because it is. So this is can see through, it means it's transparent. And then when the smart glass is switched off, Hassan cannot see through because it is opaque. So let's type down the answer. So this is just a revision note. Transparent means light pass through completely. And translucent means light pass through partially. And opaque means no light pass through. So this is the property of material. Can be divided into three categories: transparent, translucent, or opaque. So let's type that down in the answers. So this is our answer: transparent and opaque. Question 5. Chan and Aiko investigate how seeds germinate. This is the pot, seed, and soil in the fridge. The second condition is in a warm classroom. The same seed, pot, and soil. Give one reason why this is a fair test. So it's a fair test. Well, if we compare the two diagrams, it has the same seed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, same number of seeds, same soil, same amount of soil, same pot, and we just give one reason for that. Let's type it down. So they use the same type of pot, seeds, and soil. Next, let's move on to 5b. Here are the results for the pot in the warm classroom. Day 1, 2, 3, 4. Number of seedlings in the warm classroom pot. 0, 1, 2, 4. Draw a line graph of the results. Label y-axis and the x-axis is day and make the line graph. So y-axis will be definitely number of seedlings in the warm classroom pot will be here, and we just have to plot the data from the table. So we type the answer, number of seedlings in the warm classroom pot will be this one. The label for y-axis. Now let's plot the diagram. Let's make it a bit smaller. So day 1 is 0, number of seedlings 0. So let's plot that one. So day 1 is 0. Day 1 is 0. So put this one here. Day 1 is 0. Day 1 is 0. Day 2 is 1. So we plot this one down here. Day 2 is 1. And day 3 is 2. Day 3 is 2. So we plot this one here. 2. And day 4 is 4 seedling. Here. Then we just have to connect the line. Make a straight line. So we just connect the line. 1, 2, and we go move on to here. It will be like this. So this is our answer. Next, let's move on. Question C. Here are the results for both pots. Complete a table to predict the number of seedlings on day 5. This is day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number of seedlings in the warm classroom pot 0, 1, 2, 4. Number of seedlings in the fridge pot is 0, 0, 1, 2. So this will be the number of seed. The total number of seed is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we predict it will be maximum up to 6, then we just take this one. You see the trend is 1, 2, so this might be 5 and this might be 3. That's it. So this is just an example of the answer. If you have any other answer, you may write down in comment section. If you open this video through Susan here YouTube channel, if you need to clarify your answer. So this will be correct as long as you answer 4, 5, or 6. This will be correct if you answer 2, 3, 4, 5, or even 6 is also possible. Right, let's move on to the next question. So this is just an example of the correct answer. Question D. Use Chen and Aiko's results to write a conclusion for their investigation. Well, if we see from the table, seeds in the warm classroom pots germinate faster compared to seeds in the fridge pot. So we can write the conclusion: seeds germinate faster in warm temperature. Next, question 6. Different materials have different properties. Look at the table. It shows some properties of 6 materials: A, B, C, D, E, and F. This is the hardness, melting point, solubility in water, and strength. Question A. Which material in the table dissolves in water? You see, solubility in water. A is soluble, so it should be A. So we answer A here. A is soluble in water. Next, it is not possible to tell which of the materials C or material D is stronger. C and D, let's see. The strength is they both have the value of 10. Explain why. So both of them has the value strength 10 and 10. So we write down the strength value of both materials C and D is 10. They both is 10. Next, question C. Mike sorts the materials into 2 groups. Group 1, materials A, D, and F. Group 2, materials B, C, and E. Which property did Mike use to sort materials? If we group A, D, and F, A, D, and F, A, D, and F, what make them we group into one group is, we see them that they have the hardness A is 9, D is 10, and F is 9. While for B, C, and E, the hardness level is 4, 4, and 3. So they are grouped based on the hardness property. So hardness of materials, that will be our answer. Next, question 7. Pierre has 5 pictures showing him running. A, B, C, D, E. He draws arrows on the pictures. Here's the arrow. Which picture shows the direction of the force of gravity? Circle the correct answer. Gravity is the force. Gravity pulls towards the center of the earth, so it should be downwards. So the correct answer will be A. So we circle A. Next, air resistance slows him down. Which picture shows the direction of air resistance? Circle the correct answer. Air resistance will be, if he's moving to the right, air resistance is the force that in opposite way. So it will be to the left. In this case, it will be C. Since he's moving to the right and there's air resistance that against his movement, that will be to the left. Left arrow, this will be C. Next number, question 8. Oliver investigates what happens to materials when they are heated. Here are his results. Material A, B, C, D, and E before heating. This is the solid, green solid, liquid, white solid, and white solid. After heating, it is white solid, black solid, gas, white solid, and colorless liquid. And question A, which material does not change when Oliver heats it? Does not change means there's no difference before and after heating. So we see that this is D, since D remain the same white solid. So we answer D here. Next, which materials boils when Oliver heats it? Boiling. So boiling is process from liquid into gas state. So in here will be solid, solid, liquid to solid. It will be C. It will be C. So from liquid to gas, this is boiling process. So we answer C. Question C, which materials melt when Oliver's heated? Melt, it means there's change of state from solid into liquid, solid into liquidless. This is solid to solid, it's not solid to solid, it's not. This is solid to solid. Solid change into liquid, so this will be the answer. This is melting. So we answer E. So our answer E, because there is solid to liquid. Next, an electromagnet attracts magnetic objects. Look at the pictures of an electromagnet. This one is connected to a battery. Which objects does the electromagnet attract? Take the correct objects. So electromagnet will attract cobalt, iron, and nickel. Cobalt, iron, and nickel, and manganese. So we just take the one that has cobalt, iron, or nickel. So this will be iron here, and steel, because steel is mixtures of iron with other component. Take 2. Wood will not be attracted to magnet. Plastic will not be attracted to magnet. Copper will not be, and aluminum will not be. So we have 2 answers: iron key and steel nail. So we have to take iron key, and steel nail. Next number. Let's move on to the next number. Lily counts the number of different organs in a human body. How many lungs do humans have? How many kidneys do humans have? How many livers do humans have? How many stomachs do humans have? Let's take a look at our revision notes. From the diagram, we see that human has one liver. Human has one liver, and human have one stomach, one liver, and one stomach. And human have two lungs, left and right. And kidney, human has two kidney. Humans have two kidneys, left and right. Okay, let's write down the answer in the answer slot. So we write two lungs, two kidney, one liver, and one stomach. That will be our answer. Next, this is question about forces. Decide if each statement is true or false. Tick the correct box. Forces make objects change speed. Is it true or false? Friction is a force. Pitch is a force. Weight is a force. Let's take a look at the definition of each of them. This is a friction force against the movement of the ball to the right. So this is a force. And in here you see the green ball is still, but if we apply force by kicking it, then it will have a speed, or it will move with a speed, certain speed. So force can change the speed of an object. Weight is the measure of the force of gravity on an object. So weight is the force. So force makes object change speed. It will be true. Friction is a force is true. Weight is a force is true. What about pitch? Is pitch a force? What is pitch? Pitch is related to sound frequency. The pitch of the sound is how high or low the sound is. A high sound has high pitch, and a low sound has low pitch. So pitch is related to frequency. It's not related to force. So for the pitch is wrong. Pitch is not a force. Let's move on. Question 12. Sophia makes a musical instrument. She pulls a rubber balloon over the top of a cup. Here it is. This is the cup. Sophia pinches the rubber balloon. Sophia pinches the rubber balloon with her fingers and then lets the rubber go. A sound is made. Question A. Why does the rubber balloon make a sound? Well, rubber balloon make a sound because it vibrates. As Sophia release and let the rubber go, it will vibrate. That's how it makes the sound. Describe how Sophia can increase the volume of the sound. So Sophia can increase the volume of the sound by pull it harder. Pull it further up, this way, further up, harder, then it will have greater volume. Let's write down in the answer slot. So answer number A. Why does the rubber balloon make a sound? It vibrates. Describe how Sophia can increase the volume of the sound. She can pull it further up to make greater volume. Next question Describe how Savia can increase the pitch of the sound. Just now we described the pitch of the sound is the change in frequency. So what Savia can do is she can stretch the rubber or even decrease the size of the cup. That will change the frequency of the sound. So we sum up that. So we type down our answer. She can tighten the rubber balloon. It will increase the pitch of the sound as it will have higher frequency. If you have any question for this, you may write in the comment section. In Susan YouTube channel, we will reply to you and explain further. Next number. Question 13. The diagram shows a feeding relationships between 3 living organisms: corn, mouse, owl. Question A. What is the name of this type of diagram? So it's a food chain. So let's type that down. So here we go. It's food chain. Next question B. Describe the feeding relationship between these 3 organisms. So if we see mouse eat corn and owls eat mice. So we just type that answer down. So mice is the plural of mouse. Mice eat corn and owls eat mice. Then let's move on to question 13C. Corn is the producer of in this relationship. Explain why. Why corn is a producer. You see, corn is at the start of the food chain, so it's a producer and it makes its own food, uses energy from the sun. So we write down that answer. It makes its own food. That's why corn is the producer. Let's move on. Owls are predators. Name one features owls have which makes them good predators. Explain how this feature is useful. Features and explanation. Owls is known for its night vision, for finding food, for searching food. So we just type that down. That is one of owls' features. Besides that, you may answer owls have large eyes. It's good for seeing, or you can also answer it has sharp beaks. So it's good for picking up prey. So we type one answer. Owls, they have night vision. It's for finding food. Let's move on to the next question. Question 14. Mia connects an electrical circuit. This is a switch, 2 lamps, wire, and cell. She closes the switch. The lamps are very bright. Mia adds 2 more lamps to the electrical circuit. Describe what happens as Mia does not add the cell, so the same power supply now have to flow through 4 lamps. 2 more, I mean there are no 4 lamps. So what will happen is the lamps will get dimmer. It will not be as bright as if only 2 lamps. So let's write down that answer. So we type this down, the lamps become dimmer. Let's move on. Question 15. The table shows some boiling points of substances A, B, C, D, E. This is the boiling point. What is the meaning of the term boiling point? Well, boiling point is the temperature at which a liquid becomes a gas or vapor. Let's type that down. So we type that down, the temperature at which a liquid becomes a gas. Next, 15b. Which substance could be water? Explain why. Let's see from the table. Well, the substance that boils at 100 degrees is C. As we know, water boils at 100 degrees. So this will be the answer. So which substance could be water? It will be C. Explain why. Because water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Alright, like that will be your answer, C. Next, let's move on. Question 16. The teacher of class 5 uses a model to show parts of the solar system. Ball A, ball B, and ball C. Ball A is the moon. So this is moon, and it moves around ball B. So moon move around ball B will be the Earth, the solar system, and the Earth and the greater ball C is the sun. So name ball B and ball C. So ball B will be Earth and ball C will be sun. Let's type that down. So this is our answer, Earth and sun. Next, describe how the teacher moves ball B and ball C. Since ball B is Earth and ball C is sun, so the Earth move around the sun. So we just type down the answer. Ball B move around ball C as the Earth move around the sun in an orbital path. Let's move on to the next question. Question 17 is about Yuri. Yuri draws his name on a piece of paper. He looks at his name in a mirror. This is the mirror. Right, next, what's the question? Tick the box next to the image. The Yuri sees in the mirror. Which one is correct? So to find the answer, we have to remember that mirror reflects an object laterally inverted, so the right will become the left and the left become the right. So it will be a reflection. This will be like this. The same box and the distance will be the same and the size will be the same, and we start from I, since we start from I. So the same distance I. Right, next will be R. So R, it has to face this one and this one. Next will be U. U will be this one and followed by this one. Next will be Y. So it will be laterally inverted. The right become left, the left become right. This is a reflection. So the correct answer will be either this or this. So the correct one we have to be clear that is, we see that this one and this one has the same shape, so it's not. It has to be laterally inverted like this one. This will be the answer. The fourth one is the answer. So that's it. Complete the sentences about mirrors. Rays of light from the object are blank by the mirror. You can see image because rays of light blank. So the answer for this will be rays of light from the object are reflected by the mirror. Reflected by the mirror. As we see this one, and then it's reflected by the mirror. And we can see the image because the rays of light enters our eyes. So it enters our eyes. We type down that answer. So if we see this is an object and this is the image in the mirror, we see that it's lateral inversion. And how do we see the image is because the rays of light enter our eyes. So from here is reflected by the mirror and the reflected light enter our eyes. So we type down the answer. Rays of light reflect from the object are reflected by the mirror. See the image because the rays of light enter the eyes. Again, this is how it is reflected by the mirror, and this is how it enters the eyes. Well, this is our last question. We'll scroll up from number 1, so we may take a screenshot of the mark scheme if you would like to, and it is for practice. At first, we scroll over the question, unsolved question. Now this is the solved with the answer, solved paper with the answer. This is the answer for question 1A and 1B. Next, this is the answer for question 2A, and this is 2B, and also 2C. 2A, B, and C all together. Next, let's move on to question 3A, 3B, and then we move on to question 4. This is question 4. Next is question number 5, A and B. This is the line graph. Zoom in. This is line graph, and this is the graph, the label for the y-axis. And next, this is the answer for question C. Question C. And next is D. Let's move on to next question. Question 6. This is the table, and this is the answer. A, B, and this is question 6C. Next is question 7. This is 7A. And this is 7B. And this is question 8. This is 8A and B and C. Alright, let's move on to question 9. Question 9. We have 2 ticks here. Question 9. Next is question 10, followed by question 11, and question 12, A and B, followed by question 12C, and then it's question 13A and B, and then 13C. Next is question 13D and 14. Next will be question 15. A, B, and this is explanation, and then followed by 16A and 16B. The last question is 17, 17A is the answer, the image, and 17B. Well, that's all for today. So today we have discussed science checkpoint with a paper code 0846/02. It's paper 2, October 2020 for primary level. Please check links in the description section. You'll find all other useful links covering other subjects as well as other interesting topics. Don't skip this so you'll not lose important information. And subscribe and ring the bell so you'll be the first to be notified when we release our latest updates to the YouTube channel, and like and share to anybody who might need it, as it is free. So today's discussion is conducted by Study with Tuition Online. We cater for all the subject and program. Please contact us if you're interested to join with our online tuition, or if we have any unsolved past paper, we'll see what we can do for you. Don't forget to write in the comment section if you have any question, advice, idea, question, or input. Bye and God bless you. We hope today's discussion will be helpful to you. See you in the next video.